Lakshmi, how are you?
I am fine, ma'am. Pretty. What about you? It's a been long time.
It's been a long time since we had last session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost 4 months.
Yeah,
I,
almost 4 months. Yes. So tell me about yourself. How have you been?
I'm doing well, ma'am. Sometime, but in India nowadays, summer vacation is almost over, and in summer vacation, we are spend our quality time with the family, parents, grandparents, and
Yeah.
children and relatives also.
Yeah.
So sometime here, there, some visitor here. So these kind of things happen, and my practice is not going good, not going well. So
Ah,
these kind of things.
okay, I do understand because you are very busy person. That's why it's happening because you have family around you. You have to serve them. You have to look after your family.
And ma'am, my school is declared a PM city school. We can learn small phrases. I haven't idea about the special phrases. So,
Yes.
have you any idea? Can you suggest me any books? Can I read? Can I purchase any online platform?
In Australia, we don't use many phrases because English is a language here. We use some normal phrases like, in my opinion, or to be honest, he's falling behind. Yeah, sometimes we say, yeah, it's not piece of cake, but we don't use it more often because I'm a teacher here and we need to make sure we use professional language, formal language.
Okay. So, but in India, people are now interested in the informal language.
If you want to know the phrase if which you can use more often, if you are first read it, okay, and if you want to tell someone, आपको यहाँ पे 4 बजे आना चाहिए था ना, मैं
Yeah,
4 बजे
yeah.
से यहाँ पे,
Great. आपका.
है ना? So how you will say the phrase you can use, you're supposed to be here at 4 o'clock. They're using nice manner to say this, you're supposed to be here at 4 o'clock. If I'm very excited to meet you, so I would say looking forward to meeting with you at 11 o'clock. So this is also phrase. So this kind of phrase we use, which we can use in our daily life, which we can use in formal language as well.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. You are living in a English speaking environment because you listen here and there, and you can easily learn. But then sometime we are in living a Hindi speaking states, so we haven't any much more environment. So how can we pick up these kind of phrases? What kind of YouTube channel can you suggest me? Any podcast?
Okay, I have some phrases I will share with you. Okay, like I have phrase. I look forward to. Have you seen that short? I look forward to. I'm going to do supposed to be as well, and also I have done fall behind. Make sure you work hard so you don't fall behind. Yes. So if you want to tell your son, or if you want to tell the students or someone else that if we are not getting ready on time, if we don't complete our task on time, we will fall behind our schedule.
Sometimes student ask me different question related to just like the list. We use the list or should.
Yeah, last we forget something, ऐसा ना हो कि हम भूल जाएं. Yeah. So you can use that as well. You can use us to be, look forward to, fall behind, and last we forget some kind of these things. And
How can we
like
use the fall behind? How can we use? Give me an example little bit. Fall
work
behind.
hard. Yeah, fall behind means पीछे ना रह जाओ.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, so what you will tell your student, work hard, otherwise you fall behind. Yeah.
In the morning, my son asked me, "Mommy, almond is if we are not eating without soaking almond, it is considered it is the not good for health." So in India, we usually say, "ये health के लिए अच्छे नहीं है, ये गरम करेंगे, आप इसकी तासीर गरम है." So he asked me, "How can you say, mommy? I don't know the meaning."
You know what happened, that if you are going to translate everything Hindi into English, that would be very hard because here we don't use such kind of things.
Such
Yeah,
kind
we
of
eat everything and we say it's not good for health if you don't soak the almonds.
environment also different, ma'am. Usually the snow falling areas.
Use because English is a different language and Hindi is a different language and your mother tongue is a different language as well. So expressions are different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Like
So that is why sometimes student ask me some different.
if you say ना I am going to see you, हम कहेंगे आई का मतलब मैं हो गया, एम से ना आई का मतलब मैं, एम का मतलब हूँ, और गोइंग का मतलब चल रहा है, सी का मतलब देखना, मैं तुमको चलता देख रहा हूँ, क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? So don't try to translate everything into your mother tongue language, otherwise you will be very confused and you will find very hard to learn English.
Yeah.
English is a different expression. So while you're learning English, you need to make sure, okay, you pay attention to the English, and whatever you are learning, try to observe that. And because in your subconscious mind, you can just register all those words, and that will be very easy for you to learn, because you need to make sure you read lots of books and tell your son to read lots of English book, and also you need to make sure that you consume lots of English content. That way you will not find yourself confused, okay, what I need to use in Hindi, we say this, how to say this in English language. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, have you ever faced when you move to Australia?
I definitely faced the difficulties, because when I came here, even though I have cleared the IELTS exam, I thought, okay, I will be able to communicate with them. But after coming here, I got to know, okay, they have their different accent, and also the style they use their slangs and phrases, not like us, what we are using here. So when we say how are you, they say how are you. If we say tomorrow, they say tomorrow. When I came here, I wasn't able to understand them at first, and then I started to listen them carefully. I would listen to them, and then I would write sentences on my journal, and then I used to practice. So that way I developed my confidence. Okay, I'm able to communicate with them in their accent, I'm able to understand them. But when we come here, it's very hard to understand them. So listening was so poor, because they use their slangs, and now because British English and American English is also totally different. So sometimes it's very hard to understand American English. It is okay, we can understand, it's not a big deal, but the way they use, like your mother tongue is Rajasthani, and when you go Jaipur or some other places, you will find people they're using similar expression, similar word in different accent. So
Yeah.
so
Yes,
it's
yes.
happened in English as well.
Okay. So, ma'am, can you suggest me any extra co-curriculum activity that we can held in our school? We can improve our education system little bit. That is in our hand.
So what you can do, you need to make sure that you give your children, your student confidence. Okay, they need to come and stand in front of class, and you can ask open-ended questions. You choose one particular topic, and you tell your student, okay, prepare for that topic, and tomorrow we will have discussion on that. And when you have discussion on that, you make sure you pick each and every child. If it's not possible, because one period is a small, maybe 30-minute, or I don't know how long it is over there, so you can pick just couple of children, and another children you can make sure you pick next time. If you find some students, they need extra attention, so you need to make sure you pick them more often, so they will develop their confidence. And once they say something, even they are saying in broken English, you need to make sure that you give them confidence. You say, yeah, you are doing good, I'm really happy that you are making. So when you show your confidence in them, when you praise them, you praise their efforts, that way they will feel more enthusiastic. Okay, tomorrow I will be well prepared, and I will be able to give answer very well. So they will be very prepared for that, because if they feel they are valued and my teacher loves me, that way they try to make sure that they please their teacher. So this is
Yeah.
one thing, you can just give them confidence, develop your relationship with them, and tell your children to stand in front of the class and say something, and share their opinion. Okay, then you can just tell, okay, he's sharing this opinion, do you want to have any question regarding that? So other children, they feel enthusiastic, okay, they can ask questions. Okay, Okay, so do that. That will be very effective. That way, when they grow up, they will be very confident. Okay, when they will go interview, they will be able to, face new problems in their life. Because I have seen, even though people very educated and they are qualified, but they are not able to face the problems. When they have little problem, they feel themselves frustrated, confused, what to do. If their base is good, if you give them confidence, so they will be very eligible. They will find themselves very eligible to face the challenges. Okay, so just give them, make them ready in that way. Okay, and also as a phrases, you can use some simple phrases which they can use in their formal language, not informal language. Informal language, we say, okay, this is not my cup of tea, this is not piece of cake, it's a rocket science kind of. These phrases come under informal language. But if you want to use formal language, you need to make sure that you tell them, okay, you're supposed to be there, you're supposed to complete your homework at this time, but you didn't do, something like that. And they will use these phrases like their pet language. They will use this more often, and they will be able to use formal language, because we need to teach children how to use formal language, how to develop etiquette, how to use their manners. Okay, so if you're telling our children piece of cake and this and that things, that way it will be very informal. Because we feel like, okay, this is a English, we need to teach our children English somehow. If we are using informal language, that should be fine, but it's not fine. What do you want to teach children? Informal language. So yeah, so that way, not, they can talk with each other. Okay, but when they will go for job interview, they're not supposed to use those language. My voice is okay or breaking up?
Sometime it is a little bit breaking. Is there homework is given, ma'am, in the school and classroom?
Yes, you can just tell them, okay, tomorrow I'm going to talk about this topic, and make sure you prepare that topic, research, and you can give some vocabularies related to that topic. And that way they will be well prepared. But if you tell them, okay, this topic we're going to discuss, like in my classroom, I had a volcano eruption, the volcano.
Yes.
So we done that activity. I told the children about the volcano and how they explored. We done soda with vinegar, and that way they see the chemical reaction and all these things. That, and after that they were sharing the idea. I asked them, okay, what do you think about that? Have you seen it? What is your idea about volcano? Because sometimes when they play, they use in the pretend play, they are making volcano and sand castle and other things. So I thought, okay, I relate their interest with my curriculum. So that way I was able to teach them, and they were taking so much interest to learn all these things. So that was a great experience. So you can use this kind of things. Yes, practical way. Teach them practical way, not just theoretical way. They can read by themselves. They don't need teacher for that. Okay, you say, okay, you need to make sure that you prepare this lesson. They will prepare that lesson. But if you're teaching them practical way, you showing, you demonstrating. Okay, this is the things we have to do. If you, this is my book, this sentence in my book. So how we can use this one in our practical life? How we can implement these line in our practical life? Do you have any idea? Okay, can you just tell me? So one time I was singing with my children, singing song, this is my singing voice, something like that. So we were singing, we were enjoying, and after that I say, okay, who can make singing voice? Which one is your singing voice? Can you just make it? Which voice is your angry voice? Which one is
Yeah.
your kind of this thing. So when we do practical way, they learn more and they feel so enthusiastic. They take interest in their class. As a teacher, this is your professional and ethical role. You have to make sure that you complete that role and give children that knowledge, not just bookish knowledge. They can just read and they can get knowledge somewhere else, even by themselves. But as a teacher, this is your responsibility. If you are teaching them some lesson, that is very much clear to them. Okay, so in future they find, okay, I have learned this lesson, my teacher, she taught me this lesson. Now I am able to, talk about this topic, and I know everything about this topic. Yeah.
Yeah. So, ma'am, in Australia, there is the a government sector of the education or the private sector of the education.
Government sector, but some public schools are here as well,
And is your
like
school is
is
a government?
happening. My school is government school. Yes.
So, Have you crack any exam in when you got your job and any merit system? What kind of system of the recruitments?
When I came here, first of that I have done my certificate in education, and after that I have done my diploma in education. So I thought, okay, I'm coming here every day, I'm spending my time, and I have done post graduation in Hindi honors. Does not matter if it was in Hindi honors, but still I am post graduate. So here I done my bachelor of education, and after completing my bachelor of education, I applied for jobs, and after that I have cracked so many interviews here. So yeah, I had face-to-face interview, online interviews, and yeah, after that I was able to join my school.
Yes, yes, yes. How long have you been here?
It's been 16 years.
16 years. Okay, it's a long time, I think.
Yes.
Okay. So, what's your hometown, ma'am, in India?
Basically, I am from Uttarakhand, but I was born and raised in Delhi.
Okay, that's nice. So, any tips and tricks you can give me in a conclusion? How can I improve my English?
For your English, you need to make sure that if you are talking in past, you need to use past tenses. And I have observed in India, people want to just learn advanced vocabulary and phrases, as you just mentioned. Don't worry about that at this moment. You need to use the phrases which is really required. Like I told you, I look forward to seeing you. Yeah, and are you supposed to be here at 4 o'clock? And you're supposed to do these things, but you haven't done yet. Make sure you do your work on time, otherwise you fall behind. So use those phrases. Okay, if you are learning language, learn that language in proper way. Okay, like in India we have Hindi language, but we use Hindi casual language, like people who illiterate, they don't know like how to use this language. Similar happen in English language too. So you need to make sure that while you're learning this language, learn this language in formal way, because you are a teacher.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Very
you
true.
can your colleagues, you can say, oh, it's not cup of tea, but as a teacher it's not make sense. You say, something like it's not a rocket science and this that, because you are a teacher. Yeah, and you need to just say, oh, this task is so difficult to do, something like use your etiquettes while you're using this language. Okay, so use it in right way, and just make sure that you read and you write just maybe 5 minutes or 1 minute what happened during the day, you write in English. Make sure you feed your subconscious mind. Okay, so you just read one thing, you read, okay, you like it, and don't move to next one until you feel confident, okay, I can use these phrases, I can use this word in my language. Don't move to further. Okay, you need to hold yourself back. Okay, just spend 15 minutes each day, that would be enough.
Yeah.
Some people spend whole day to learn English, but they are not able to still speak English well. Okay, but if you are proactively learning and practicing speaking in English, that way you will be able to speak English very well.
Yeah, yes, very true, ma'am. It is right. I watched and I observe now a lot of people are spending more time. They are thinking if we are spending much more time, we can learn in a shortcut in a very short time.
So 15 minutes you find out the phrases and word which you find, okay, this is used in this expression. You read it, okay, and while you're working now, like while you're working, cooking, you need to make sure that you just recall those sentences, okay, in your mind. Like you're working, you're washing dishes, or you're doing something, folding clothes, you need to think those words. Okay, I have learned this. Fall behind, I learned. Look forward to, I learned like this word. So and you need to make sure, okay, I have learned that word. So what sentence I can make with it while you're working. Okay, you need to spend some extra time, but you make sure that you just learn. You need to make sure what you have learned. You need to get confidence. Okay, now I'm able to use that, and then after that you can move forward. Otherwise, what people, if you just putting everything in your mind, your
Yeah.
mind say, okay, this is for me. I
Yes.
won't be able to remember.
Yes. 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 Yes.
You know enough vocabulary, it's in your subconscious mind, so use those vocabulary first, those sentences first. Okay, you need not to learn something extra. You need to make sure the words you know already use those words properly in your sentences. Okay, because you have so many words in your mind, but you are not able to use those
Yes,
words in your sentence. Use. So first of all, you need to make sure whatever you know, write in a diary. Okay, this word I know, this word I know, this word I know. But then you take, okay, this word, am I using this word? Yes, click. Okay, I'm confident to use this word. Am I using this word? Dash. If you know, okay, all this word I know, I'm able to use that word, then you can move forward.
yes.
Okay, don't rush on something new.
Yes, very true, ma'am. Being an English teacher, I read now. I have been teaching for 5 years, last 5 years. I read lot of things. I have done my master in English. I also add a subject in my graduation. So I know enough vocab, but I don't use it. I don't know how can I use it, and it is not in my habit. So very true. I have to learn use. Yes, yes.
Okay, yes, yes. I have observed this. Learner, they know already, they have enough vocabulary in their mind, but they don't know how to use them. And they want to learn new one.
Yes,
But they
yes.
don't know whatever you have, whatever,
But
like if you have some clothes, okay, first of all you need to make sure you use those clothes you put in your almirah, okay,
yes.
in your cup. Don't want to wear that one and you want to buy a new one. Does it make sense?
Yes, yes, it is. It doesn't make sense, ma'am. But we have a craving for the new words. We are fancy for the new words. When we observe anyone listening in a new fancy word, using the advanced phrases, so we automatically attract word.
You attracted to those words. I do understand attraction is there, but if you are not able to use your simple grammar, tenses, simple rules, what is the benefit if you learn something new? So, what is the benefit? If I tell you, okay, just say about yourself what you have done yesterday. If you are not able to say that, you know what you have done yesterday properly in proper way using all the grammar's rule, if you are not able to do that, it means if you are learning something new, that is a waste.
Yeah.
First
Yes.
of all, make sure the simple thing you need to do it perfectly and correctly. Okay. Once you feel okay, I am able to use these rules, I'm able to make sentences using these words, then you need to move forward. But if you are learning new words, you can do that, but you will make khichdi, you know. It will
Yeah.
like a mess in your mind.
Yes. Yes. And I think mind is now just like hang and jammed with a lot of words. It is just like the traffic.
It's like a okay, tell me something what you have done yesterday. You have done yesterday. Tell me.
Okay. Yesterday, ma'am, we start little bit construction. Started little bit construction at our home. So it was a very busy day. And in evening, some of my friend came there to meet me because it's a off day off yesterday. And in the evening, we also visited one of the my friend home, and we gossiped there a lot about our vacations and upcoming session. How can we are going to enroll the new student? What kind of the strategy we are applying?
Hold on, please. I won't be able to remember. So first of all, you need to say, ma'am, at this moment we are constructing our house, our new house. So I'm excited for that. And after that, you said I visited to my friend's
Friend,
house. Friend's house. Yeah, not friend house, friend's house.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
friends are.
So yesterday I went to my friend's house. We don't say visited. Okay, we say been to. I've been to. I have been to.
I
Okay.
have been.
And over there we had discussion regarding, I know you know this word regarding, do you know or you don't know?
Yes,
But
yes, yes,
you know
yes.
you the words you know already and you want to learn new one.
Yes, yes.
So you need to make sure you use the words you know already. So you say, I went to my friend's house and after that over there we were talking regarding how we're going to teach our new class. So we had a nice discussion over there. It was a good time. And anything else you would like to add?
And we discuss about how can we enroll our student, how can we get the more and more student, because there is a challenge to enroll in a government school.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you could say that during the discussion time, we had a discussion about how we can encourage children to come to our school, because being a government school, it is very hard these days. Parents, they don't want their children to send to the government school, because they want to send to the public school. They think, okay, if we send our children to the public school, over there they will learn better. But it's being a government school, so we are encouraging how we can help others to come to our school so we get more enrollment.
Yes,
I haven't used any fancy word here. Yes,
yes, yes,
no fancy, simple word, and I am sure you know these words very well, but
yes,
you're
yes,
not, you are not using. So need to make sure first of all you need to speak English that way. You need to develop your sentence structures, how to form sentences in correct way, and what vocabulary you have already, you need to use those vocabulary. Okay,
yes, yes, ma'am. Definitely.
rather
I
than
will.
you, rather than you say that we want children to come school because it's a government school, say we are trying to encourage parents to send their children to our school. Encourage, you, I'm sure you know this word very well as
Yes,
well,
yes.
but you are
I
not using.
Yes, that's why I am saying how can I manage my speaking? No, we know about the vocab. I have a lot of vocab, but sometimes we are not putting in a good manner. We can't structure a sentence in a well manner.
Yeah, and it's not sometime, it's sometimes. Okay,
Yes, no doubt.
so
You can.
when you say sometime, it's a different meaning. When you say sometimes means kabhi kabhi.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Sometimes.
and
Yes.
sometimes means a long period of time. Yes, and if I tell you I will see you sometime soon, some time in future में, अभी time मैंने तुम्हें नहीं बताया, I didn't tell you the time, but I'm just
Another
telling
time.
you soon. So then we use I will see you sometime soon.
Yes,
Okay,
I will see sometime
meaning,
soon.
that's a different meaning, and sometimes means that's a different meaning too.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah,
use sometimes it's not sometimes, it's a sometimes I like to go to the park.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah. So Vijay Lakshmi, as a conclusion, I would like to tell you, you need to first of all use the word you know already in creative way.
yes, yes,
Okay, just make a journal, write the sentences in the diary, and write the words in the diary which you know already. You need to make sure you use those words in your conversation with others. And you need to make sure that your sentence you're using, you use them correctly. First, you need to use a proper way, proper grammar. I know we make some mistakes when we talk about grammar. You can do that. Pronunciation, you have to use it definitely. I'm not saying you use proper prepositions and articles. At least you use the words and tenses correctly.
yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, ma'am. Thank you for taking the session and giving me the lot of tips and tricks. And I never after that I never tried to make the learn new sentence and new word, new phrases. I am using whatever I had.
What you know already, you use that first. If you find some new phrase you can use, I'm not saying you don't use it, but you need to make sure what you have already plenty of vocabulary in your side. You don't
Yeah,
know because using it, I'm using those vocabulary, I'm using those sentences, you are able to relate. Yes, I know this already, this is very easy, but you are not able to use those vocabulary and sentences in your language. So you make sure first of that you need to include those sentences in your language, and after that you can move forward. Okay,
yes,
you,
yes,
as being a teacher, you encounter lots of words and sentences and you are able to use them.
yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank you,
all right.
ma'am.
Yes.
Can you repeat?
Okay, see you, bye and take care. Happy.
Thank you for tuning here. Bye. Take care.